you to another Rise of the 1% episode. And I am G Bass. And right alongside me today, Rise Media podcast co-host, my brother Bri Williams in the building.
Let's go.
Right alongside with me, man. How you doing, brother?
Rocking.
Absolutely, man. Glad to have you on another Rise of 1% podcast episode. And so, with that said, Bri, we're going to have a discussion on some different topics today. And the first topic I want to start off with, Bri, is the federal government shutdown. The federal government shutdown.
Crazy.
Yeah, real crazy. And right now, a lot of people, flights have been delayed and canceled over this last week. I was actually even listening to a clip over this last week from United Airlines CEO talking a little bit about how the airlines have been majorly affected by this shutdown, of course, in terms of their revenue right now, not really even being able to pay their employees. Some of their employees are working for free right now in terms of aircraft controllers to as well. Some of their employees not even showing up to work.
Really?
And a lot of, customers out there are concerned about their safety.
Yeah.
Right now when it comes to flying right now.
Makes sense.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I heard a little about that too, as far as the air traffic controllers.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I got a good buddy that's an air traffic controller. But to me, you got to go to work and not get paid.
Right, exactly.
With that important job.
Right.
Making sure everybody go up and come down safely.
Yeah.
And that's the people you don't want to pay.
I'm telling you. Man.
I don't know what to tell you.
Flew a lot. I've flown a lot as well. Man.
How you not going to pay them?
Exactly.
Out of all people.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Now, part of what I thought about when I was speaking about that the other day with someone, and it was how the conversation ended. It was so they got you're not paying air traffic controllers. What I know, what you know, bills do.
Exactly.
At the first of the month, we just had the first come around. Rent do.
Yeah.
You know,
exactly.
Rent, food, groceries. People got kids, and it doesn't matter how much them guys make.
Right.
Whatever they make, they make.
Yeah.
But everybody tends sometimes to overspend. Regardless of how much you make, sometimes you still living check to check.
Yeah.
So if them air traffic controllers was waiting to get paid to take care of this and take care of that, and 3 weeks not getting paid, what people don't understand is your mortgage don't understand.
Exactly.
It's a shutdown.
That's a shutdown and furlough right now.
Georgia Power don't give a damn about a shutdown.
Exactly.
They looking like, we gonna shut you down.
Right, exactly.
We gonna shut your power down.
Yeah.
Cause you ain't pay water bill, don't care. Cell phone bill don't care.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Kids get hungry. Grocery store don't care.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So that's what I saw with them not paying. Just not paying people in general for doing the job.
Yeah.
You do a job, get paid.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
Because some people can't come up with a decision and can't get paid. That's not right. But the people I was speaking with, they did share something with me about that.
Okay.
Regarding why.
Okay.
Why they holding out so much. That's what I didn't know for the longest.
You want to talk a little bit more about that?
Of course. So
all right, let's go.
The reason, like what I heard, I ain't read it. I just in conversation. The bill that the reason the Democrats and Republicans are not getting along or whatever, the new bill that they trying to put in, health insurance.
I've heard about the health part. I've heard about that part.
They don't want Obamacare, but it was never called Obamacare. It was called affordable health care.
Okay.
They called it Obamacare. You know what I mean? Obama like that, it was affordable health care.
Right,
and since it was done, I assume during this term, it's labeled Obamacare. So now if I'm a Democrat, you're a Republican, I did something great for the people, just because I did it, you don't like it. Because I'm so that part, and then shutting down like Social Security. So like I have a grandmother, I have an auntie, all them getting these,
Exactly.
So they trying to cut that down, and so it's a lot of things. It's a reason for the holdout. I didn't understand the reason for the holdout.
Yeah. But I heard something as well in terms of those with disabilities. There's something in there with that too.
Really understanding why.
Yeah.
I get it, but woo, you feel me? Can't we pay these folks? Can't you know? It's some money somewhere.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. And they say, you know, eviction rate is going up right now. That's what I've been hearing. And also car repossession, because a lot of these federal government workers haven't been getting paid. So they can't pay their rent right now. Now, I've been hearing that some apartment complexes or landlords may be willing to work something out with some of those that's going through it, and some are not willing to work out things because, you know, they have their obligations as well. Right?
That's the big part.
And even the same thing with the car repossession situation. I've been hearing that's at an all-time high. They say a lot of it has to do with the federal government worker situation. And even just right now, the economy as a whole. And they say, you know, some of these car dealerships are willing to work out situations with people with their cars at this time, even if they on a car note, they say, well, we're just going to add on an extra 2 to 3 payments.
That's fair.
Once you're ready to pay your car off and you good for the time being. So they do have some situations out there that are, you know, helping people.
Yeah.
Yet you can say at this time, but it's still a crazy situation, Bree. Like you said, when it comes to the air traffic controllers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild, man.
Yeah, that's not good.
No, it's not at all.
So
it's not at all.
Yeah, so with that, it's other sectors of the government that I know that people that are affected.
Right.
It's just not good.
Yeah.
But from what I hear from that conversation, I don't know. That's not my lane. But hey, if it's for a better cause, if it's for something bigger, don't fold.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, what we do know, change gonna be turning things upside down.
Right.
And unfortunately, if you in that boat that got turned upside down and affected, make it worth it.
And I'll say this, I'm not, you know, overly liberal or conservative myself, but what I will say is I do agree in affordable health care for Americans, as well as, you know, taking care of our seniors and even those that's disabled as well. I definitely agree on that. I will say that.
People.
Yeah. You know, I've said this to people that I've spoken to in the past. You know, I agree on certain things on the liberal side and some of the things on the conservative side, and I disagree on certain things on both sides. So it just depends. But I will say right now with this situation, I agree with the way that it's coming from the left.
Yeah.
You know, I do agree. That's just my opinion.
Now another part of it, you know, I told you I was speaking with some people. The people that voted for him. Take your accountability.
Yeah.
Take your accountability.
Yeah.
If you know, you can't, if you voted for him and you being affected by him now.
Yeah. I agree on that.
You know, because we also spoke about the farmers.
Yeah.
You know, so the farmers got screwed over. How the food going, you know,
about that,
they grow the food.
Right.
You gonna screw them people? And probably, hey, I don't know. Not saying all farmers.
Yeah.
But that man got in office some way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
Some
100%.
way. And it ain't a black or white thing.
Yeah.
So we gonna kill that now. It ain't a black or white thing.
By a landslide on his last
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's not a black or white thing. It's I don't even know. but we know.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's that on that shutdown situation.
There you go. So now, Bree, let's talk about Drake.
Okay.
So Drake over this last week has had a lawsuit filed against him by one of Snoop Dogg's cousins, a guy named RBX, filed a lawsuit basically saying that Drake and, you know, his company, they're responsible for purchasing billions of streams on Spotify.
Billions?
Yeah, billions of streams on Spotify. And of course, a lot of artists that are actually coming up, really putting in the work, they looking at that like, man, we working hard, fighting against the algorithm on Spotify to get our music out. You got this guy because he's made so much money over the years, literally purchasing streams or bots to keep him at the top when it comes to Spotify. And now the ironic part of this is that early this year, Drake actually sued UMG, which is Universal Music Group, for saying that they was doing that with Kendrick Lamar when it came to the record Not Like Us. And I can tell you this, Bri, I was a Drake fan.
Yeah.
Especially in the beginning stages of his career, to some years, even after his beginning stages. You know, the record he had, The Best I Ever Had, I liked that record in the beginning stages of him actually getting out there. And a lot of other records and albums that Drake did over the years, I actually did like his music. But I can say this, though. You know, I gotta call a spade a spade.
Hey.
With that whole Drake and Kendrick Lamar situation,
Yeah.
and I'm not saying I'm the biggest Kendrick Lamar fan, even though I've had friends that have played some of his albums for me in the past and stuff like that. And some of his music I vibe to. I think he's a great lyricist. But between that battle, I believe Kendrick took it when it came to the Not Like Us record. That's what I would say.
That's fair.
Right? And so that's my opinion. But Bri, what are some of your thoughts on Drake as a whole? And even hearing this situation about now he has a lawsuit against him about these streams and these bots with Spotify.
My opinion, this is what I can say. Drake is a great artist. He's a great actor as well.
Yeah, because he started off with Nickelodeon.
A great actor can act like a great rapper. Just leave it at there what it is.
Okay.
I think he's soft as cotton.
Oh, wow.
We just leave it there.
Okay.
But he associated himself with real ones. Now, straight up.
Yeah.
If say you a new artist, I'm who I am. I get on the track with you, I take you to the moon. You got the streets. I take you to the moon.
Yeah.
I'm soft as cotton. You gonna let somebody talk about me? I just made you a millionaire.
Absolutely not.
You feel me?
Absolutely.
So if I go around this country doing this,
that's what Kendrick was saying, and not like us.
Shit, I didn't even know. But it don't even out. But I saw it. I'm looking at it like, hey, it's smart.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, it's smart.
Yeah.
He make good music.
Yeah.
He do make good music.
Great music.
But I don't like that tough talk. Because you ain't gotta do it.
Gotta be you.
You ain't gotta do it. You know what I mean?
And to be quite frank with you, a lot of Drake records that I like personally is not the street.
It's not the streets work. Exactly.
Exactly. I agree.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
Do the good music. You ain't gotta be a gangster.
Yeah.
Real gangsters don't want to be gangsters.
That's true. Hey, you know what I mean? Get up out of life.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
To me, the business part of it, good business.
Right.
The music part of it, good music. But the fake persona is what make me, not care too much.
Yeah.
Now, you spoke on the him and Kendrick.
Right.
We know where Kendrick from.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. From comedy.
You can't. It just is what it is.
Yeah.
And it's not a real versus fake type thing.
Right.
It's just if that ain't you, don't speak on that.
Yeah.
Let that be.
I agree.
Let that be.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
So.
And Kendrick really from that. And to me, Kendrick makes more conscious music. He don't even really do a lot of street type music.
Nah.
Right.
So now, far as the buy-in of the streams,
right.
Straight up, that's that big bank take little bank all day.
Yeah.
We know how that go.
Yeah.
Now to cry about it and then go do it.
Yeah.
That's that kiss that cotton that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Right.
You feel me?
That's why I didn't agree on there.
You got to charge it to the game.
Yeah.
If it happened and you like you quiet about it.
Yeah.
Let it happen.
Right.
But and then go if you're gonna go use it.
Yeah.
after, you see it, people still game all the time.
Right.
Good idea is a good idea.
True.
I steal good advice all the time. You know what I mean?
Super, yeah.
You ain't even got to be talking to me.
Right.
If it sound good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
absolutely.
If he say, okay, this music group, I'm suing y'all for doing that.
Right.
You can't go back and do the same thing, man. That's just
exactly. Now you getting hit with a similar lawsuit.
That's that cotton.
Yeah.
That's what cotton people do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That ain't no real move.
Yeah.
You feel me?
No, I agree.
You gotta stand on it.
Yeah.
If I sue you for it, shit, get what's gonna happen to you. You gonna get sued for it. You know what I mean? Now, yes, to the other artists, the people that's fighting the algorithm to get where they need to go.
Right.
It's business.
Yeah.
End of the day, you are in the music business.
Yep.
This is not the music. It's not the music fun.
Right.
It's the music business.
Yeah.
So get your business together. You know what I mean? Don't cry about it.
Yeah. There you go.
That's my take.
There you go. I agree. I mean, because even Bri, when we was coming up in the entertainment business, we knew, hey, it was certain artists in the city and certain companies in the city, they had the money to be able to do certain things. Hey, we just knew we had to get our grind up.
We had, and it was tough, but you had Jeezy,
exactly,
Lil Hot,
exactly,
T.I.,
yeah,
the boy Fruit Man. You remember the boy Fruit Man down in Columbus? You like, who is this nigga just coming in, throwing money, going crazy? But it was real street people with real money.
Exactly.
But you ain't got it. You gotta take your role.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey,
you had to figure it out. You gotta get your money right.
Hey.
Absolutely. I agree. 100%. 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now, Bri, we're gonna move into our next topic.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about rent.
Easy rent, right?
There you go.
Let's go.
Absolutely. There you go.
All right.
Check it out. And Bri, I've been looking at these TikTok videos of people talking about the rent right now. And I even showed you one lady who actually was on there talking about the rent. And pretty much it's been a lot of complaining, I would say, about rent prices right now, saying the rent is too expensive and calling out real estate agencies, calling out landlords in regards to rent prices during this time and what's going on with the economy at this time and things of that nature as well. What are some of your thoughts on it?
So my opinion, as far as the rentals, my opinion, I always seen rent go up. I've never seen rent go down. My first rental property, I was paying like $600 a month for an apartment. That same apartment now is probably like 12 or 15.
Okay.
So with that, rent goes up, it never comes down.
Yeah.
Now, the thing what people don't think about or look at is, if I own a home, if I purchased a home 10 years ago. So by me purchasing a home 10 years ago, the interest rate was about 3%. So my mortgage is $1,000. You know, my mortgage would be $1,000. Examples.
Okay.
My mortgage would be $1,000.
Yeah.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
We know over these past few years, interest rates has increased.
Right.
So from a 3% to a 7% or a 6%, that's like a $600 to $700 increase. So the amount that my mortgage is gonna be, I cannot allow you to live in my property for less than my mortgage.
What?
Plain and simple.
That makes sense.
Otherwise, I'm paying for you to live.
Right.
That don't make sense.
No, that's not right.
That don't make sense at all.
Exactly.
That do not make sense.
Yeah.
So understand, it's not that the rent prices are out of control. The interest rates are high. So if I buy a property and I'm paying $2,000 a month, there's no way I can give it to you for $15 without coming out of my pocket.
Right.
And with it being a investment, I'm gonna charge you $25 or $22.
Right.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Because when you in my property, if the AC break, I'm only charging you $25. I mean, if my mortgage is $22,000, you paying me $2,000. That AC break, I gotta fix it.
That's maintenance, right?
Guess what? Where's it gonna come from? Out of my pocket. But if I charge you $25, the AC break, I got it.
Right.
Something else happened. I got it.
Yeah.
The thing is, nobody want to pay for that.
Yeah.
Nobody want to pay for that.
Yeah.
So it's on the landlords. So it's not that people are trying to overcharge on rent. This is just where we are. Very simple.
Yeah.
If you don't like the rental price, buy. Once you in position to buy, or when you buy, you will see the difference then.
Yeah.
But I mean, I understand it is what it is. And in this market, to me, way more people rent than buy. And that's
right now,
right now and in general.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can be in a rental property in a week.
Yeah.
It's gonna take you about 14 to 21 days if you want to buy a property.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to me, with rentals, it is not that nobody trying to get over on you, because you cannot overprice a rental. And the thing of it is, if you feel it's overpriced, guess what? Don't rent it. Very simple.
Yeah.
If you're in Buckhead,
Yeah.
a nice home over there, say it's $4,000 a month. You feel, I want to pay $2,000. How? How? Change your area.
Yeah. Exactly.
Everybody want to be here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Above they means.
Yep.
Above they means, no more, no less.
I agree.
Everybody feel like, you got a lot of people come to Atlanta.
Yeah.
What you want to do? Nobody want to go stay over there.
Right.
You want to go stay over there.
Yeah.
But your money allow you to stay over there.
Right.
Go over there.
Yeah.
And if you go over there, don't complain about it.
I agree.
Do what you're supposed to do.
I agree.
So
100%.
Rental rates is not unfair, because as an agent or as a property management company, we advise our people, hey, the average rental rate in this area is this amount. No more, no less.
Right.
If everything over here renting for $2,000, how I'm gonna say this is $4,000? It don't make sense.
No,
it's not gonna happen it don't happen that way.
Right.
It's just people are trying to go in areas where they can't afford.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you can't afford it, just find something else.
Yeah.
Because when you go in the mall, guess what? You know where the Gucci store at.
Exactly.
You know where the Louis store at.
Yeah.
You're not going in there trying to buy a t-shirt.
All right.
Your ass going to Walmart.
Exactly.
You feel me? And it's okay.
For sure.
It's okay.
Yeah.
But if you got Gucci money or you got Louis money, go buy it.
Yeah.
Because those people that's buying that, they not complaining about they shirts or they hats or whatever they buy out of that later.
Exactly.
They just bought it.
Yep.
But you can't go rent a property then complain about it later.
I agree.
You got to make sure you pay them folks too. Because now this the other part, what they don't know. If I buy a house for investment and my mortgage is $2,500 and I let you rent my property, if you don't pay me my $2,500, and if I don't have the $2,500 to pay it, what happens? I'm gonna get
it's gonna be.
I'm gonna get foreclosed on.
Right, it's on you.
And then you gonna get kicked out.
Yeah.
So you gotta handle your obligations.
Yeah.
Handle your obligations. And on the rental side too, I just want to add this too. A lot of people do deal with slumlords.
Okay.
So I'm not saying that it's not slumlords out here.
Yeah. Can you elaborate a little bit more on slumlords?
So let's say a slumlord. Let's say you rent a property and your AC go out in the middle of the summer.
Yeah.
And you tell your landlord, hey, the AC went out. So you got your kids in there, you got your family in there, your lady, all this stuff.
Right.
And the AC go out. You call them, hey, the AC out. And they say, oh, we can't fix it till October. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
A pipe bust, water leaking through the ceiling, just been leaking. People got kids in here.
Yeah.
Rats, things like that.
Right.
Those are slumlords. It is some slumlords out here.
Yeah.
However, when dealing with slumlords, continue to do your obligation as far as paying the rent and have your day in court.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. Because if you try to not pay your rent because that landlord not doing something, you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose. Because you signed the agreement saying you're gonna pay this amount of money a month.
That's business.
Now, if this person not doing their part, black and white.
Yeah.
And that's emotion.
Yeah.
That's, not paying your rent, that's pure emotion.
Yeah.
Because you feel that should have been done. And you might be right.
Yeah.
You might be right, but don't go off emotion. because you got a contract.
Yeah.
Your contract don't care about emotion.
That's true. I agree.
Your contract say, yeah, you gonna do this.
Yeah.
And when them folks put that eviction on you, that's harder to get off.
Yeah,
and other landlords will never look at you. They don't want to deal with you.
They don't want to.
So that's my take on that rental situation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just dropped some bombs there, Bri. Definitely on the rental situation, because we've been hearing a whole lot about that on the internet, man, for these last weeks, this last month.
And I got to say this. This Easy Rent Right.
Yeah, talk a little bit more about it.
Oh, most definitely. Easy Rent Right. Looking for property. What I do know is a lot of people spend a lot of money on properties that they don't even have a shot at getting. Application fees, I mean.
Right.
You know, I would just say the average person probably goes apply for maybe 3 properties. And they get denied. That don't make sense to me.
Right.
Because I'm looking at you and I know what you're doing wrong.
Yeah.
You gotta apply for properties that you can get. You know what I mean? So that's the whole thing with it. Applying for properties that you can get.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. So I make sure if I'll let you know you don't qualify. If you don't qualify, that's that.
All right, Bri. So we're gonna move on to talking about Casanat.
Okay.
He's been in the media over this last week or so.
The streamer.
Casanat.
Okay.
Big live streamer. Young, early 20s.
Yeah.
Crushing it in terms of the live streaming space, inspiring a lot of other streamers that's coming up as well. I got endorsements. I mean, doing big things in that space.
I was on it.
Yeah. So a clip has been recirculating. This clip was from a while back, but it's been recirculating and people are talking about it again in reference to Casanat actually that went to an award show. And while being at an award show, of course, his camera crew was filming him. And he was getting into this SUV and pretty much he was being questioned about a specific artist, and the artist was Wale.
Wale.
And he didn't necessarily know who Wale was. And so this was caught on his stream, right? And Casanat has a big following. So when he goes back into the award show later, Wale walks up to him and say, hey, man, you know, what you did on your stream kind of was a little bit of, I guess he felt like he was being tried a little bit.
Disrespected.
Right, exactly. He said, we need to have a discussion later on. We ain't going to do it right now in the award show, but later on we need to have a discussion. And it comes out later on a stream that Casanat did. He actually went and listened to some Wale songs on his stream. And he said, oh, I knew these songs. I just didn't know it was Wale. He said when this song came out, matter of fact, I think it was one of Wale's popular songs. I ain't gonna go into the name of the song, but it was one of Wale's popular songs. He said, Casanat said, I was 9 years old when this came out. Right? But he said, I remember it.
Yeah.
But I guess a lot of people are coming out and saying how a lot of these streamers are not, they're not as in tune in a lot of the guys who kind of paved the way in hip hop and stuff like that. And Casanat does bring a lot of hip hop people onto his streams. Of course, a lot of the newer hip hop people. And they was kind of coming up and saying, you know, you guys are kind of out of touch, but people as well kind of looking at for Casanat. Instead of saying, hey, man, that dude was young. He in his early 20s. He don't know nothing about Wale. Now, I knew about Wale, and I'm going to say this. As a matter of fact, I met Wale. He came through one of the strip club parties that I threw back when I was in club promotions and stuff like that. But, you know, that was kind of during our time of us, Bri, our age group. You know what I mean? You know, Wale is from D.C. and stuff like that. I consider Wale more of a conscious rapper, in my opinion. But he made some great great songs with R&B singers and stuff like that too. But what are your thoughts though, Bri? Because even, you know, your son has even done some things in terms of streaming and stuff like that, younger generation. And maybe them as a generation maybe not being as in tune with some of the older generation who kind of paved the way in music and hip hop and stuff like that. What's your thoughts?
So my opinion, Now, I like Wale.
Right, me too.
Wale got a lot of hits. I like what he did with a lot of stuff with Ross. I like what he
Exactly.
a lot of songs he did.
Right, exactly.
He just not a household name.
Okay.
Like that.
Okay.
So you know what I mean?
I could take that.
You know what I mean?
I can take that.
So if Casanat didn't know, say, Rick Ross, you'd be like, damn, you don't know Rick Ross?
Yeah.
Or if he didn't know T.I.
Right.
Whoa, you don't know T.I. But while money, yeah, Wale probably doing great.
Right.
Not to say what he has, his impact on hip hop.
Right.
But just far as he was a rapper, he did great and he didn't have controversy going on.
Yeah.
Now remember, it's the music business. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Good press, bad press is all good.
Yeah.
Wale didn't have too much BS on his name.
Yeah.
He moved how he should move.
Right.
So it wasn't like he was in headlines a lot, doing a lot of crazy things.
I agree.
So it's not nothing his name is not somebody you're gonna just remember like that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
He may go down in Hip Hop Hall of Fame. I don't know. Shout out to Outkast for doing that though.
Absolutely.
Let's go.
Absolutely.
But
definitely.
he may go down to Hip Hop Hall of Fame. I know him. I like him.
All right. That's why I say he was more generation too.
So now, speaking of my son, and my son 20.
Yep.
So we're having a 20-year-old. It's so many times I try to put that man on my music that raised me. He can't wait to turn it. I'm like, oh, you don't like it? You don't like this?
Yeah.
Like, boost allow this, but that's that generation.
Yeah.
You know, and it's funny.
Yeah. It's
funny, but I don't think that Casanat meant any disrespect. He just don't know. You know, and you got to think about this also. Who he is, how many people want to meet him or try to meet him. And let's just face it, a lot of people want Casanat because of who he is.
Yeah.
So they coming at him like, hey, put me on your...
And these streamers are big now,
you know
too.
What I mean?
They big, they some of them as big as a lot of hip-hop artists, or even bigger. Yeah, so...
Entertainment business.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, music fall under the entertainment business.
Right.
Acting, streaming
now.
all these skits.
Yeah.
You know, all this stuff falling into the same pot.
Yep.
And how can I say this? If I had to compare the two, it's like Wale and 50 Cent. You know, if everybody know 50 Cent.
Right.
Hey, everybody know 50 Cent.
Right.
You go to China, you go to Russia, you go to anywhere in the world, you know 50 Cent.
Right.
You probably not gonna get, you know, and not saying an announcement of, hey, 50 Cent here. People will be like, but that's 50 Cent.
Right.
Wale can do the same thing, but, you know, it won't probably be that much, you know, I don't know. Because I'm not Wale, but I Wale, you go hard. You do great, but it's just the name.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
50 have a lot of controversy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He dissing people all the time.
Right.
And so that type of things, to me, those type of things are the entertainment business. You know what I mean? Now, music and entertainment business, separate.
I agree.
I think Wale make better music than 50.
He's a lyricist.
Wale make better,
lyricist.
but 50 is a more household name than Wale.
Right.
No more, no less.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I have to agree with that, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got you. Okay. All right. Well, that's what we'll speak on with Casanat.
Yeah.
So next, Bri, let's move on to a topic we talked about in the last episode. We're going to go a little bit more in detail and some of the updates.
Okay.
Let's talk a little bit about Diddy.
Oh, the Diddler.
Yeah, that's what they call him, right? That's what they've been calling him, right? That's what they've been calling him. And I want to go a little bit more in detail on that topic from last week. Because, you know, last week I didn't go into much specifics on my end. And I did follow the case because of the fact, you know, being completely transparent with our audience, Diddy was a guy who, you know, I looked up to coming up from an entrepreneurship standpoint. You know, and I was fortunate enough to meet him. I told my story of that in another episode. And yeah, I mean, with this whole trial and this whole case to me, I think he was overcharged, in my opinion, and it was proven in the court.
Yeah, you did say that.
Yeah, it was proven in the court because they charged him with RICO and racketeering. He was proved not guilty. They charged him with trafficking. That's what we'll say here on YouTube. And he was found not guilty. And then they actually just found him guilty on interstate, right? Pretty much that's what they found him guilty on. I'm going to be quite frank with you. When it comes to the case, Diddy actually won.
Okay.
He was facing up to life in prison, right? Up to life in prison. Yeah, because, RICO racketeering, that's like, they're really saying like he's like a John Gotti. You know what I mean? Like he's literally, like Bad Boy Entertainment was like the mob. Like we like the mafia.
That's what they threw on him?
That's what they're looking at, like he's leading a criminal enterprise, right? And he's making moves in the furtherance of the criminal enterprise. He was found not guilty. It's trafficking. I've seen some interviews of some of the male that were interviewed. Yeah. That actually and had relations with his girlfriends, with Diddy's girlfriends. I seen some of the interviews. And they all said that Cassie and Jane were completely complicit with what went down. They was not forced. It was no coercion. Matter of fact, they say Cassie paid them the money, right? Like at times, Cassie had a little envy towards if they were spending a little too much time with their girlfriends, if they had girlfriends outside of coming to spend time with her and Diddy. Like, it was no force of coercion nowhere in there. I know we seen a video, which was very despicable in terms of Diddy beating on her like that in the hotel.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we see, but that's not what he was on trial for. He was on trial for RICO racketeering, trafficking, interstate. That's what he was on trial for. If they wanted to try him for DV, they would have to do that in the state of California, and they would have to do that some years ago. It was outside of the statute of limitations, right? Which is, she never pressed charges when that happened. Matter of fact, after that hotel incident happened, see, they never talk about this, right? Because they always just want to character assassinate, and I'm going to say it. And this is not just about a race thing. I'm gonna be quite frank with you. I'm being real. They want to character assassinate a black man. Because literally a couple of days or a day later, after that hotel video, Diddy and Cassie was at a movie premiere for Cassie. They all in pictures together, smiling and everything. Like nothing even happened.
Yeah.
And she never called the police after it happened to her to press charges.
Yeah.
So to me, I'm gonna be quite frank with you. I felt like Cassie got with Diddy. She actually left her previous boyfriend named Ron Leslie.
Oh, I remember Ron.
He's the one who helped produce her hit record that literally landed her, on,
Diddy radar.
Diddy radar, Me and You.
Safe to say.
Right? And Diddy got behind it. And literally, she left him to be with Diddy. Right? She left him to be with Diddy.
Yeah.
After he really loved Cassie. He was really a producer for a lot of her music in the beginning stages. And she left him for Diddy. And I'm going to be quite frank with you. I know some women may not like this, but I know we have a lot of men view this podcast. To me, Cassie was a big opportunist, right? And that's just in my opinion. I don't think she's ever worked a job a day in her life. Diddy took care of her for many years financially. You know what I mean? Yeah, she had to go and participate in these escapades, but her lifestyle was taken care of. Now, the escapades to me are very weird and strange. Yeah. They call it voyeurism. That's not my thing if you're looking at this. That's not my thing at all.
She liked that.
But that was her thing.
Okay.
Obviously, she enjoyed it. A lot of the male I heard their interviews on other platforms say that she enjoyed it. They did it several times for years. Right? So to me, it seemed like it was complicit. It don't seem like there was no force, no coercion. It seemed like, hey, she loved Diddy at that time, and she loved the opportunities and the lifestyle that came with being with a famous black guy who became a billionaire over time. And that's my opinion. Now, I believe Diddy, by him not marrying her and not having no kids from her, and her career not blossoming.
Yeah.
And Diddy started to put Carisha, which is they call Young Miami,
Okay.
put her on a pedestal when he started dating her. He gave her her own show on Revolt.
Oh, I remember that.
Carisha, please. He gave her own show. So I think Cassie looking at that like, what the hell? Like, I was with you several years doing these quote unquote freak offs, you know, and you never gave me a ring. You never gave me any kids. You didn't take my career to the next level, right? Any of that. I'm going to go on and file a lawsuit. And that's what opened up the can of worms on this entire situation.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
It
opened up the can of worms. Now, some people would say from a business perspective, because this is the Rise of the 1% podcast, and we talk business here too. Some people would say, okay, Diddy sued the liquor company, right? He sued Diageo. Pretty much led him to becoming a billionaire, right? Because they own Ciroc.
Ah, okay.
And Diddy made a lot of money with Ciroc, right? As a marketer. A lot of money. Hundreds of millions of dollars. But then when Diddy tried to push his own liquor, which was a De Leon.
Okay.
And I actually went to a Diddy party here in Atlanta at the Gold Room in Buckhead some years ago, and he was pushing the De Leon. It was all over the building. Like, it was posters. I actually did a YouTube video about it.
There wasn't no freak off, was it?
Nah, I wasn't. I wasn't no freak off. I don't go to no freak off. Not no type freak offs. But it was in a club, right? The Gold Room. And they had De Leon all over the club. And anyway, Diddy was pushing that brand.
Okay.
And I think Diddy got upset because Diageo didn't put as much money behind De Leon as they did with Ciroc. And also they said George Clooney had a liquor up under Diageo called Casamigos.
Oh, yeah.
And they put a lot of money behind that. So Diddy felt like they was like, basically not putting money behind him because he's black. So he played the race situation, right? And he sued him, and from what I hear, then they settled with him. And so some people believe that opened up the can of worms with the Cassie situation, right?
Then we all went back and said, hey,
there's some British people, and they got a whole other type of money.
That's a different money.
Yeah. So them folks like, okay, you want to play with the big boys because you work $1 billion, you think you could play with us? They got multi-billions, right?
Yeah.
That's what opened up the can of worms with it, from what I've seen.
Yeah.
And see, I didn't go into all this on the last episode, Bri, but I'm going more deep on this episode because I didn't go too much into detail.
Yeah.
But, from that, man, that opened up that can of worms with the lawsuit, and Diddy settled the lawsuit within 24 hours. So it kind of made him
settled the Cassie.
With Cassie, 24 hours. And so a lot of people, the public opinions, like, oh, he must be guilty. But sometimes they don't realize that people settle because they just don't want to go through the process of going back and forth to court, save their time or whatever. But he settled for $20 million with Diddy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man.
But then, literally some months later, all three of his mansions get raided, right? And then, of course, months later, they put a grand jury together, they indict him and put him in jail, right? And they say a lot of it was from Cassie's lawsuit, and there was another guy named Lil Rod who was a producer for Diddy, who lived with Diddy for a couple of years. His lawsuit put Diddy in jail.
Was he in the freak off stuff too?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. According to his lawsuit, things that was in his lawsuit, he was participating in some of that stuff. Absolutely. But they say those lawsuits put Diddy in jail, right?
Yeah.
Now, this is the whole thing. I'm not going to go through the whole case. We don't have enough time for that on this particular show. But what I will say is, though, is Cassie, man.
Yeah.
I believe she really despises Diddy because, for one, she got on the stand during the case. She had immunity. And she testified against the man. After she done got $20 million. She $20 million. She left Diddy for the personal trainer that Diddy hired for her. And they say they had to move back home with her mom before she got the $20 million. They was living with her mom and her dad. They didn't even have enough money to have their own place until they got the $20 million. And then they got married, they got kids and all that.
After the $20 million.
Right, after the $20 million.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Diddy the one that orchestrated this by then hiring him as a personal trainer. But anyway, she testified against the man. After $20 million, you still get on the stand and testify against the dude. Then, after, when he's about to get sentenced, you write letters to the judge and have your people write letters to the judge, hold this man in jail because I'm fearful of my safety for me and my family. Hold him, yes, give him a big sentence because I'm fearful of my safety for me and my family. You write a letter, you got 20 mil, you testified against this man with immunity because, to be honest with you, she's actually, as well, a lot of people said, a co-conspirator. But she testified, so they gave her immunity, right? So she couldn't be charged.
So she did some messed up stuff too.
Right, she did mess up stuff too, because she's setting up the escapades.
She paid the prostitute.
Exactly.
She didn't get in trouble?
No, they gave her immunity to testify because they want the big fish. They want Diddy. They think Diddy's like John Gotti. They want Diddy. They want the big man. They want the billionaire, at the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what ends up happening. And pretty much from there, right, the judge done went on to sentence the man, gave him, some years in prison. And, right now, of course, Diddy did get time served. I didn't talk much about this in the last episode. Diddy got time served, of course. He's now, at the time of us recording this video, he's now in prison. They call it Fort Dix, because I've been following the case.
Where he at?
Fort Dix. Boy, so many people been joking on that. Oh, my God.
Oh, man. Hey, did 50 Cent know where he at?
Man, 50, come on, though. 50, because, hey, TMZ, who I'm not the biggest fan of, but TMZ put out this picture, man, of Diddy in the yard, right? And he's around all these guys. I think they said some of the guys from New York, from Harlem, too. But he's around all these guys, and he's smiling. Diddy smiled in the picture.
Out there for it, Dick.
Right? And yeah. And 50 put up a post.
Hey, he been paying for dicks.
Oh,
and he had Fort Dix. Come on now. Damn. That's a lot. That's a lot. Come on. They could have put this man anywhere. Why Fort Dix?
Exactly. But he requested. He
requested Fort Dix?
He requested. That's where he wanted to be, man. He said he wanted to be close where his family can visit him, man. It's in New Jersey, so like how he wanted to be. And 50 then put up a post about it. He said, look like Diddy pretty happy to be, right? Yeah, he look like Diddy like he pretty happy to be at Fort Dix. That's what 50 put up on Instagram and everybody.
Oh, man.
About it. But it's funny, man. But
man.
He's there now.
You can't
right?
make this up, huh?
He's there. I know, man. He's there. And, like I said, he's going to get time served. Some people believe he get in the drug program. And also, you don't do all your time in the feds. They only do a certain percentage. And in the halfway house, they think he may be out in the next year or so. Some people say 2 years the next year.
Yeah.
But that's what's going on. But this was the latest in the news, real quick, before we move on, is it was out in the news over the last day or so about Diddy drinking in prison. Right? Like, say he just celebrated his birthday, and they saying that the prisoners and stuff made some type of liquor over the last 1 or 2 weeks in prison, and Diddy was caught drinking in prison. Now, I can tell you, this is what TMZ reported and some of these big media outlets. And once again, I think it's character assassination of a black man. I'm going to keep saying it. Because from what I'm hearing from some of my sources, it's fake news. It's fake news. If that was the case, from some of my sources, people that I know that have actually been in the feds and have been following the Diddy case, by the way, say that he would have been put in a hole and he would have been transferred to another prison. He's in a low security prison now. He would have been transferred to a medium prison. And he would have also been put in a hole. If he would have been caught with liquor, because that's considered contraband.
What, that's some rock in that bitch?
I know, man. I know, Ciroc. Yeah, but they didn't say nothing about Ciroc.
I mean,
I don't think Diddy messing with Ciroc right now.
Oh, okay, so no Ciroc.
Yeah.
De Leon. He has De Leon in it?
Yeah, they say he got caught with some type of liquor in there, man.
Now, if I made De Leon, give me some De Leon. Get a whole prison some De Leon. You get all the guards some De Leon. Give me some De Leon. It's mine. Come on, it's mine.
Who knows, man? Who knows, man, with that situation, man.
That's funny.
You know.
Now,
Diddy with the resources he got, ain't no telling either, man. But but I say from my sources, I'm joking a little bit, but they say from my sources, they say, man, it's fake news. Man. Yeah, but go ahead though.
So I know we went through a lot. The Cassie situation.
Right.
That's really ugly to me.
Yeah.
You should never hit a woman at all.
Right, I agree.
I give you that all day.
Yeah.
It was a thing online, maybe a few years back. It was a joke. It's a joke. People, somebody said, if you get $1 million a month, you know what I mean? But your boyfriend, black your eye. It was a bunch of females. Oh yeah, I do it. You feel me?
Wow.
Yeah, it was on Facebook or whatever. And it was just, people saying $1 million a month.
Yeah.
If it's your boyfriend, he give you $1 million a month, but he black your eye every once a week or something.
Yeah.
What you doing? You staying or going? You would be surprised how many people was like, I'm staying.
Yeah.
I'm staying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so to see the situation with Cassie get beat up in that manner,
right,
that was horrible to me.
Right.
That was horrible.
Right.
But damn, you had a movie premiere the next week.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And I'm going to tell you this with that situation, because I learned a little bit more about it. And this doesn't excuse Diddy's behavior, but I learned a little bit more about it because CNN did not show the whole entire clip. And I heard what the entire clip was shown in court. First of all, and I'm not saying Diddy, like I said, I'm not making an excuse for Diddy's behavior. What I'm saying is there was more to that situation. She stole Diddy's phone. I guess she was going through his phone, seeing some text messages, blah, blah, blah. They both was on at the time. Yeah, they was on drugs and alcohol.
Okay.
And they was at a freak off. But she pretty much went through his phone, found, I guess, Diddy texting other women, stole his phone and ran off. And Diddy ran down the hallway and he did what he did.
How long?
Right.
Hold on, I gotta stop.
Now, I'm not saying that's excuse his behavior, but I'm saying it was more to the story. They don't tell the whole story. They just look at it like, oh, Diddy's just a monster running out.
Yeah.
No, she was running off with his phone, and Diddy was running down the hallway with her, and he was on, he was high, and he was drinking, and she was too, right? And they just had a freak out too. It was, So
how she gonna take his phone and accuse him of cheating if she paying the?
Exactly. It's a confusing situation, man.
I don't get.
It's a confusing situation.
How you mad? What is the
right?
What is he trying to hide?
Right. And from what I hear, Diddy always told the women that he's not committed to one woman. He tells them that up front. Cause Diddy, the guy had a lot of kids. He ain't never really married no one. They say he was gonna potentially marry Kim Porter, but that didn't happen. But so he's that kind of man. He's a ladies' man. So either you can deal with it or you don't deal with it. But I guess it was getting to her. And I think, like they always say, well, good to Cassie too, I think was he never married her, never had kids.
To your point, I mean, it is what it is. I think the liquor situation sparked,
Oh, a lot of people believe that.
To always. And then, of course, a black billionaire, they don't want too many of them.
Yeah, they
don't want too many of them.
They feel Diddy felt he was bigger than the program. They're like, dude, okay, you worth $1 billion, but honestly, they feeling like we helped you get to $1 billion through Ciroc.
Yeah.
Right? That's how they're feeling.
Man, as a black man, It ain't no program to be a billionaire. It ain't no platform, no blueprint.
Yeah.
You got Jay-Z and possibly Diddy.
Right. In terms of
who else
came from the music business that became billionaires. Yeah.
Who else?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So it ain't like, okay, this everybody, we gonna make a whole bunch of black billionaires. Right. But they cut you down so fast.
Right.
So, and once you get there, look at what you go through.
Right.
So who wanna go there? I don't wanna be a billionaire.
But that's what they do.
Millionaire, like but
that's why I say, Bri, that's what they do. And this is not just making it a big race thing, but I'm keeping it real. They do that when it comes to the black community. Just like Black Wall Street on Tulsa.
Yeah.
They burned it down. It's the same thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Call it a witch hunt, huh?
Yeah. We want to tear this thing down. Mm-hmm. Now, what I will say, I say that Diddy still had to understand that he will be considered a nigga.
Yeah.
Because, and I'm going to explain this to you.
Okay.
It's a clip out there, and I've watched it before with some of my people, where Diddy was basically saying how black people, we need to create our own political party. Right? And I agree with him. I agree with him. So, yeah, Diddy was basically about to get ready to go for starting his own political party outside of the Democrats and the Republican. And at that time as well, in a particular YouTube video, he was as well talking about how we need to banish Trump. Even though him and Trump were great friends back in the day. It's a lot of pictures with them hanging out together.
Trump was at the freak off.
I'm not sure if the freak house or not. But he was at some of the parties though. You know what I mean? So, like, pretty much they used to hang out.
Yeah.
They were friends until Trump got into the political space.
Okay.
And so people have even asked Trump, like, are you looking at potentially pardoning Diddy? And he said, you know, me and Diddy were great friends back in the day. You know, we used to hang out. I was real nice to him. But when I got into the political space, he said some very mean things about me. So I just don't know at this time. But he say, in one interview, he say, if I see anyone being treated unfairly, I have to look at it. Right? And there's been some other interviews where it just seemed like he's kind of on the edge of not doing it, maybe doing it, or what have you. But it's been rumors that potentially he may be looking into it for 2026 for Diddy. Okay. And Diddy also has an appeal in right now from his legal team as well, attempting to get him out. So that's what's going on at this moment with the Diddy situation. Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah,
that's a lot.
Yeah,
that is a lot.
It's a lot, man. But I will say this though, Bri, it's been a great another episode with my brother.
Hey, man. Always.
Great, man. You got a lot of bombs and gems on here as well, man, and a lot of different parts of this episode, man. So I definitely enjoyed it. Glad to have you on again. Looking forward to the next one and many more. Here with Rise Media, by the way.
Let's go. Rise of the 1%.
Podcast. Absolutely. Ben, you got something out of this and you love this episode, make sure you bang that like button. Also, if you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn on your notification bell. And Bri, let them know where they can find you as well.
So you can always find me looking for rental property, easyrentright.com.
There you go.
You need rental property, easyrentright.com.
Yep.
We're going to put the link right here. If you need rental property, I'm here. Now, if you're looking to buy or sell, definitely got this. You know, this is my number here to looking for buy or sell, but looking for rent here.
Yep.
And we go there. We go from there.
For sure. There you go. Love it. So with that said, then you got somebody else as well. Anyone else could benefit. Feel free to share this episode around with anyone else you feel could benefit. Also, we're on Apple and Spotify. I always have to throw that out there. We have actually listeners over on Spotify and Apple, by the way. So if you listen to podcasts in your car, working out, or whenever you're doing other things, check us out over there as well and give us a 5-star rating. And besides that, we'll see you on the next Rise of the 1% podcast episode. Have a great one on purpose. See you next time. Hello, this is G Bass. Rise of the 1%, Rise Media. We on this Saturday evening about to get ready to knock out some podcast episodes. with some individuals here in the city of Atlanta making some big moves. You can see here, look, this is how it goes down. Here when our guests come and sit down with myself, G Bass, other Rise of 1% of Rise Media, to have that conversation, to share the story, share the journey, share what you got going on. So listen, everybody got a story, everybody got a journey, and then you got some things going on, then you definitely can get with us and see if it'll be a fit to be on the Rise of 1% podcast and actually have that discussion with myself. It's going to be a link to a form you can fill out. You said www.theriseof1%.com/pod-form. Again, www.theriseof1%.com/pod-form. It's going to be in this video. You can fill that out, and we can see if there'll be a fit for you to come on and have that conversation with myself. If you don't fill out the form, then obviously it's not for you, and that's fine. We're looking for those that's serious. Those that's serious about rising to the top 1% are already in the 1%. That's what we're looking to sit down with myself right here. As you can see, Rise Media, Rise of the 1%. This is how we get down. We have a great time and have a lot of fun doing it. So once again, if you're serious, make sure you fill out the form. We'll look over the form, see if it's a fit. If it's a fit, we'll reach out. If not, we won't reach out. We'll just continue to move forward. But with that said, this is G Bass. See you soon. Have a great one on purpose.